a story about a project that has been running for the last 2 years. This short video is an accompaniment to the final report, and the aim of this video really is just to highlight the core aspects of this project. The central theme of this project is essentially about the European Social Inclusion Strategy. This is a strategy that's been running since 2001. This project offered a capacity building program for 8 partners who have in various ways engaged with that strategy in greater or lesser extent.
I am from Lithuania. I am director for non-governmental organizations, the Center for Information and Support for Large Families.
Jaqueline Barreto from Portugal. I work for the Social Security Institute.
I am Maria Chalupková. I come from Slovakia.
Eugen Gerga, project coordinator to the Intercultural Institute of Timișoara, Romania.
Katarzyna Urban from Poland, representing Fundacja Nasza Szkoła.
My name is Alenka Wodoncznik. I am working with Javni Zavod Socio, the lead organization of this project.
I'm Géza Gosztonyi from Hungary. I am the director of a regional social welfare resource center in Budapest.
What this video does is highlight the way in which, through this project, these partners were supported in developing a better understanding of the EU strategy, and secondly, in actually producing local concrete actions which could tackle social inclusion at a local level in relation to 4 of the main priority themes identified by the EU strategy. And the 4 themes that were tackled through this project were active inclusion into the labour market, homelessness, old age and child poverty.
I keep contact with the Ministry for Social Affairs, who is the one responsible to implement the national plan of social inclusion in Romania. And either we have common meetings or events, or they visit us or we visit them.
In the preparation phase or the planning phase, there was a great turbulence in connection with that. Today, if I would ask a colleague about the National Action Plan, the answer would be that, what is it? Is it existing?
Zavod Socio cooperates with Social Service, which is a wider organization established directly by Ministry and has seat in Celje. So there are some comments from Javni Zavod Socio that are included during this organization in the action plan, but directly not. There is no bottom-up approach.
Office of Labor is an organization on sub-regional level. Maybe this level was not consulted for this national action plan, but of course it was consulted in our Central Office of Labor, Social Affairs and Families.
We were not included in this process very deep, but Ministry of Social Affairs asked sometimes our advice, our suggestions, our notes. We were involved in discussions about some topics.
I must say that we have this EU flavor for the policy of social inclusion, and the practical thing is that all the ESF projects that we introduce in Poland must be based on EU policy, because this is the basic rule. So we are better able to match these practical actions within EU policy.
We collect a lot of information, especially about those themes where local authorities in Slovenia are very weak. That is, we assume some data, but there are no statistical data about elderly people, aging people, about child poverty, and also other themes. And it was a great opportunity because Javni Zavod Socio will receive in few years another responsibility to lead home for elderly people, And it was very good to see by the partners the good practices, to exchange experiences, because we want that special for this home that will be home that will connect different generations, not just for elderly people.
As for us, the most important actions take place at the local level.
And for my country, it was very good result from this project. I enjoyed this project very much because it was a lot of ideas. We could share experience, what we know it works or not works in our countries, and to try if it's good results, to try to use those methods or ideas in our countries.
We have a large gypsy community, Roma, and some of them are homeless. And one of the projects is to build a house for families without a house. So this building will be social help for those families, not mother alone or street kids, but family that lose the house for different reasons. They don't have where to stay. And so temporary is a transit place. The house is with 4 flats, and that's the project that is undergoing now.
That the most important was the link that we tried to establish with the national plan, with the regional plan that was made in the first labs and reps. The first phase of the project, and the second phase we tried to execute this plan with the partners at a regional level, partners, especially partners from Supra Council platform, also linked with the social networks, local social networks works at the Algarve region.
We found a Belgian model which is called expert by experience. And this is poor people's training, poor people who didn't qualify, who didn't have a document about their elementary schools because they didn't finish it. But later on in their life, they have a different situation. They have help and another possibility when they have a second chance to learn further, and they become experts by experience, which is a new profession. And this is what we try to introduce in Hungary.
Very recent news, we succeeded to get the project on social economy. So we are now negotiating and doing all the bureaucracy. We got this idea here, discussing with Portuguese partners and with the Slovenian leader of the partner. We discussed the idea. A lot of work was done within our local group.
There are essentially 4 main conclusions that one can draw from the experience of this 2-year project. Firstly, there is still an ongoing gap between the broader objectives of EU strategy, which is to mobilise actors on the ground, and the reality on the ground. The gap between people working on the ground and the EU strategy still, in many cases, remains very big. Secondly, there's a clear need to build up capacity at a local level, at grassroots level, because if there is to be more of a bottom-upward process in relation to EU social inclusion strategy, that's where it has to start. But in order for that to take effect, that means investing in capacity building for these smaller organisations. Third is that transnational exchange, if it's to be meaningful for local actors, has to have an impact at a local level. The development of local actions by each of the partners was a very concrete way in which this project demonstrated that. And last but not least, the methodology developed and implemented by this project is a transferable tool, and it's a tool that is designed primarily to try and bring about mutual learning, mutual exchange of experience, identification of good practice, but above all, in helping participants to bring that back and make a difference at a local level.